right, so let's learn about slices. And I am back at the Go playground, and a slice is just a list. That's all it is. So whenever you have a list of something, you want to have a list of names, or you want to have a list of things to buy at the store, or you want to have a list of your favorite lottery numbers, whatever it is. Whenever you have a list of something, you have your laundry list, right? You use a slice. A slice is a list. And so to make a slice, I want a list of like friends. Friends, colon, equal. And then I'm going to do like this notation, the brackets. So nothing in it, just brackets. And I'm going to be storing a string in there, right? That's what I want because they're my friends' names. And then I'm going to do curly braces because that's where I'm going to put the stuff. And then I just put each friend's name into quotes. So I'll put a couple of friends in here. And Paget, Henry, Oliver. Well, I kind of want to go on, not leave any friends out. And then, if I want to print one of my friends' names, I just come here and I do friends. And this is called accessing things by index. And so these are all at a position, an index position in the list. And it's a zero-based index. Zero-based index, which means this is at position 0, this is at position 1, this is at position 2, right? And so, we don't really think about this when we are just living day to day. But the way the numeral system works in decimal is we have 0 through 9 in the tens in the ones place, right? Or we have 0 through 9. 10 is actually like the next category over, right? So when you look at the ones place, right, we have 0 through 9. 10 is the next one over. And so the first place is 0. I know that doesn't really make a lot of sense. We'll learn more about numeral systems here in Foundation coming up. But that's the first position. So that's going to print the name Paget. And so when I run this, if all goes well, first I'm going to format my code, and that brings it over and didn't tell me there's any errors. Now I'm going to run it. It's a breath holder, and it printed out Paget. If I say, hey, show me what's in index position 1, I run it, and that's going to show me Henry. If I say, show me what's in position 2, I run it, that's going to show me Oliver. And so that's basically a slice. It's a list. I'm going to introduce you to something else, all right? So here is GitHub. We are also going to learn about GitHub when we get down here to your development environment using GitHub, because that's going to be important to namespacing. And, and I'll show you how to just do like really basic commits and things like that to sort of back up your code. But a really cool thing about GitHub is it makes it really easy to share code. And so you could come here to my GitHub account, goes to 11, github.com goes to 11. There it is right there. And if you've never watched the movie Spinal Tap, this is Spinal Tap. Pretty funny movie, Rob Reiner, 1980s, a mockumentary about a rock band. But there's a funny scene in there where, one of the guitarists is talking about how a certain amp goes up to 11. So you could YouTube that, Spinal Tap goes to 11, and see why I chose that as a username. Anyhow, come here to GitHub, go to repositories, right? Come to my account, github.com goes to 11, then go to repositories, and then you could go to Golang training. And this is the code I use in my class, which I teach at the local university and at the local community college. Right, I use this code in the class, and so here I have slices, and so you could click on slices, and you could come in and you could see how to do different stuff with each of the slices. This is pretty similar to go by example, but like I said, there's some stuff that I think it's a little bit better just to ignore some of those other little pieces. Yeah, you could do those things. Right? Yeah, you could do functional programming, but that's really not the way you want to write Go code. That's not idiomatic Go. And so here you're going to find code which is more idiomatic. So anyhow, you come in here and you can see, hey, how do we do different things with slices? And so there's appending to a slice or deleting from a slice, right? And so you could see some of that stuff. So we created a basic slice right here. If we wanted to add something to the slice, how would we do that? And so we could come back over here and we could see how do we append to a slice? And we could take a look at that code, and the append looks like this. So if my slice was greeting, I do append, greeting, and then just add an item. So let's try that over here. And I'm just going to copy this to save myself some typing, and I could just do a little printing and whatever, copying. And mine is called friends. And so with friends, I'm just going to do friends. My variable name is equal to, I'm appending two friends, and I'm going to add, another friend here, and I'll call it Lily, and there we go, another friend. All right, and so now I should have something at 0, 1, 2, position 3, and so I could now kind of bring this down here and do position 3 and run that. And now it printed out, position 2 that first time, and then position 3 right there. If I'd ask for position 3 right here, code runs top to bottom, I'm going to get an error, right? So I don't have a position 3 yet when I asked for that. So I got this error right down here. And, that's an index out of range. So the index I was asking for, position 3, is out of range. My range only goes 0, 1, 2. And so that index is out of range is how you'd read that. So I'm going to pause this video for a second and think about what else I want to show you about slices. All right, well, the next thing I want to show you is how do you delete from a slice. But to delete from a slice, you have to understand how to slice a slice. And slicing a slice, which sounds funny, requires us to be able to loop through the slice to sort of see what that is. And we're going to learn about loops in a second. So we're going to save all that for a minute. And we'll come back to that after we've learned about loops. But what I do want to do is give you a challenge. And so here's your challenge is I want you to create a slice that stores your favorite numbers and then print out the number at index position 2. All right? So create a slice which stores numbers, your favorite numbers, and then print out index position 2. All right, so here comes the answer. So you should pause this video if you haven't already gone and done the work. Pause this video, go do the work at the Go Playground, and now come back and watch the video because here's the answer. So I want to create a list which stores my favorite numbers, so fav nums, right? Or maybe just would be more idiomatic to call it numbers, right? And then I want that to be numbers, so I'm going to store ints. If they were decimal places, I would use float 64, but I'm just going to use a slice of ints, and then I'm just going to store my favorite numbers, which could be anything. And I said index position like 2 or something, right? I don't remember, but there we go, index position 2. I think that's what I said. And so give me index position 2, and that should be the answer right there. And when I run it, what happens? I got 8. 0, 1, 2, that's position 2, gave me number 8. Perfect.